You're not getting in the shot?
No, I'm not getting in the shot.
Very well. Alright, just a little bit to the left. Alright, perfect. Dear Keemstar, I'm putting aside the fact that you're a good parent. I'm also putting aside the fact that we've had a pretty decent conversation about brushing your teeth, which cleared up a bunch of things, like your teeth, because they keep falling out. And I'm also putting aside the fact that in Skepticals, you're pretty clear-headed. What I'm not putting aside is the fact that you are a garden gnome.
Really?
Really.
Do tell.
I'm trying, but you keep getting in the shot. Stupid human. What I'm not putting aside is the fact that you are a garden gnome, a rascal little garden gnome who trims his beard like a tiny pointed hat.
Oh, snap!
What the fuck? I'm not putting aside the fact that you call pyrocynical pedo, or the fact that you go after anyone that makes them about you that has a negative viewpoint. Try going after a puppet, you'll see what happens. I'm also not putting aside the fact that you had an operation to replace your dick with a popcorn maker.
Oh!
Which explains why you go to more movie theaters than ladies' bedrooms, because no woman wants to have popcorn kernels in her sheets, if you know what I mean. Also, you probably have to stay outside of movie theaters because they generally don't need you repeating the Paul Reubens mistake of jacking off in the theater, and when they see that you're just heating the popcorn machine, they'll have you arrested too.
Oh my god, a popcorn machine?
Yeah, a popcorn machine. Ain't that crazy?
Yes, it is.
As I was saying, Keemstar, or whatever the hell nipple harden name you give yourself when no one's looking, you are by far a sad example of how far down the rabbit hole a person has to be when they go insane. You literally can't handle the anti-UVs without going to a supermarket and punching some guy because he has a thing of ham that is just not yours.
It's ham, Keem. The ham was never yours.
I know, right? You may have been on drugs during that time because let me repeat this. The ham was never yours at all. Never yours. It was the supermarket's ham, and then that guy bought it.
You punched the guy over some ham, Keemstar. That's a naughty, naughty boy.
You're an asshole.
Yes, I am.
Get the hell out of the shop. You punched the guy over some ham. Let that sink in. Also, besides jacking off popcorn machines and punching ham lovers everywhere, you have a stupid habit of saying the worst things imaginable. Black people are angry because they're black? The hell does that even mean? That's like saying birds hate flying or saltines are really just giant depressed albino versions of Cheez-Its. Hell, going back to your beard for a minute, let's talk about that thing. You have absolutely nothing to add at this point. You just stay right the hell over there. I'm wondering who the hell you're trying to impress that thing with. Leonidas? You do realize that the actual Leonidas has been dead for quite some time, right? Unless, oh dear God, you dug up his bones, dressed them in skimpy clothing, and then secretly film yourself getting famed by a Spartan warrior's leg bow.
Your safe word is, "This is Sparta!"
Then again, This is all just speculation. Just like how you speculated that pyrocynical may be a pedo. Your words, not mine. So, if none of what I said is true, according to your own philosophy and the logic that binds this thing together, then that also means that by your own admission, none of what you said about pyrocynical is true either. Logic.
It's fun!
The hell's wrong with you? Weird how all that works. In truth, I've only watched about 30 seconds of your videos, and that's like a pot calling the charcoal black. Keem, your anger just proves that you wish you were black, so that way you could say the N-word without any repercussion whatsoever.
That also explains your brash, often insulting videos.
Except in the case of Christina Grimmett, which that one was very respectfully done. Leafius here has a point.
Philly D has a point.
Colossal's Crazy has a damn good point. And as soon as I listen to Grade A Under A, I'm sure he'll have a damn fine point as well. Look, I'm just a friend trying to point out the obvious.
Even if it seems like the exact opposite.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Alright. The obvious things being that you're no more an entertainer than I am PewDiePie, even if I do have the luxurious beard. And being PewDiePie, with as awesome a fan base as they are, is great.
Yes they are.
You are a newscaster.
Kind of a crappy one at that.
Just how many people do you have working in that office of yours anyways? Because I think the only writer you have on staff is your daughter. And even if her grades in English are up to snuff, I think you need to be taught how to read again instead of sitting there like a constipated mushroom about to cry itself to sleep. Or wet itself. It's really hard to tell with mushrooms. I'll have to watch your videos again to see what's what. Your camera work is also pretty sloppy.
Oh, snap!
The very fact that you've kind of ripped off the BBC logo speaks volumes about your originality when it comes to video intros.
Oh!
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, come on! A red and white zoom-in shot of the planet? Are you seriously trying to pull that off as your own? The way you introduced yourself, it's pretty interesting. Hello! This is Keemstar! What the fuck? What the fuck? You're not gonna say anything?
No need to. Not at this point.
Get the hell out of the shop. Again, I'm pointing out that there are aspects of your videos that, if you change them, would work wonders in your favor.
Like what, Steve? Please, for the love of God, tell us. Like what?
I will, but I'm gonna bite your face off first. Like, for instance, not looking as if you were about to shit out an adult porcupine while getting a clearly needed vasectomy. That would work wonders. Also, you may have millions of subs, but does that really net you the hits you need? You want to take this next part? Are you sure? Alright. I think you should.
Alrighty, I will.
Nope, never mind. Oh, heck. Alrighty.
You fucking liar.
You fucking hypocrite. Your channel is on the decline for much the same reason that Donald Trump is losing the election. People just can't stand your inane, trite, unimaginative line of bullshit. And the only people you're attracting are racist, ignorant, uneducated groups who I presume can make better videos than you in Windows Movie Maker, the base Windows Vista version. The very fact that you look like you're most likely to say things you aren't ready to back up, like pretty much everything, makes me question why you do this job in the first place. Oh, shit! Is it the fact that you're on the internet, but you're not anonymous, and that you can say whatever the hell you want without repercussion that gives you such God complex?
Oh no, he did not bring the God complex in here.
Because you do not make YouTube what YouTube is. In fact, you make what 4chan is.
Oh shit, here it comes now.
A conglomeration of a bunch of freaky assholes rolled into one who thought he seemed like the perfect candidate to give a fake radio show and access to an audience primarily composed of teens. Which begs the question, what's really going on there, Keem? What's really going on? You ain't pulling a Jacob Sartorius on us, are you? Your voice is like listening to a parrot get romanced by an elephant. And not gently. No. Not in the least. I'm talking like they had a vicious fight and this was their only very, 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 very extreme outlet for all that aggression. Maybe that elephant was into extreme BDSM. That's what it sounds like. By the way,
your safe word is peanut.
Just saying. Keem, simply put, outside of your psychological disposition to be the bottom in an emotionally abusive relationship with a life doll made entirely out of ham, and the mental aggregate of fake and jealousy when anyone with bacon walks by, you are by far and wide the absolute worst piece of trash abandoned by a white trash family who've fallen into the broism culture. Bro, dude, bro. Don't start. You have the tenacity of a reclusive ball of fat looking for a waste to infest. You look as if someone decided to half-ass a shrubbery trimming competition in order to do something more important with their life. You have the clothing style of a stalker who utterly forgot to be secretive about the whole thing. You might as well be the masturbating ninja. Hell, even Filthy Frank has a cleaner mind than you.
And the word filthy isn't his YouTuber name.
Yes, it is. Look, I'm just trying to set you straight by kicking you in the balls with spiked punk rocker shoes and hoping you turn into a pussycat.
He means the feline version. I don't know where he's getting all these ideas.
No. No one knows where you're getting all these ideas, ass. Now, try not to take this hard, or else the hunk of ham that fucks you over every night might get jealous. And no, I'm not stopping with the ham fucking jokes, because it's just hilarious to imagine you groaning while a mostly dude in a ham outfit pounds you from behind. Ham fucking. You just invented it.
Your safe word is glazed.
The only thing I can actively state about you that insults some hidden insult is the only decent part from your dad that you inherited is the very first layer of peach fuzz you shaved off while learning to shave. So, I guess I'm saying the world would be a shit ton better off without your utterly useless asinine bullshittery clogging up YouTube's bandwidth allocation. Hell, even if the net neutrality thing wasn't upheld, I'd be okay with ISPs blocking access to your particular 50 pages of HTML.
That was an internet joke.
No, that was a coding joke. If that seemed a little highbrow for you, It may be because even though you seem intelligent, I want to make sure that every part of this is clearly me throwing black holes at you. Because if I remember right, you seem to hate black people. Because as you pointed out to Alex, you call yourself a cracker because your great-granddaddy, again, your words, was cracking whips. You want to take this next part? Nope. No, never mind. I call you a cracker because, like a saltine, you step in water and you just get soggy and fall apart. In fact, let's delve a bit deeper into the events of the last 2 days and make a spreadsheet of the distant future where your baby girl is all grown up. Darling little thing. Statistically speaking, when she's an adult, and presumably you're still spouting the kind of racist bullshit at blacks, Jews, and ham that even a grand dragon of the upper echelons of the KKK would call a meeting to put a stop to, it's more likely that she'll randomly be in the wrong place at the wrong time when some idiot with an AK goes haywire, and you'll outlive her. That idiot will not be me.
Or me. And I hope she has a long and healthy life with lots of friends and love.
Seriously, you're crowded. I know that seems just a bit insensitive of me to say, considering that, well, Christina Grimmett was shot by Kevin James Loebel, and we had a weirdly timed mass casualty event where 4 to 9 people died. But you're used to insensitivity when it comes to calling people things that they aren't you?
Yes, Steve, he is.
That's good. Go away. I'm also wondering what you did before you did YouTube for a living. How many office jobs have you had? How many times were you let go or forcibly retired because you ran your mouth off at the wrong time?
And when it comes to you, every time is the wrong time.
You goddamn saltine. And yes, I'm very salty. So salty, I'm drying your ass up and tossing you into a puddle of dirty water, where presumably you could just fall the fuck apart. I'm wondering how many people's lives you've ruined with what you alone consider drama.
Because the way I and Leafy and many others see it, following 3 women on Twitter doesn't count as drama.
Not one fucking bit. If anything, the title of your show needs to be renamed Passive Aggressive Stupidity Alert. So really, when you think about it, you're massively misleading people on YouTube, which is a violation of the TOS we each signed when creating our first channels. So maybe corporate should look into your protein intake habits of the ham kind and take a closer look at your content, because you've also violated your own golden rule of YouTube, which is... oh, shit, lost my damn place. Which is, as you consistently brag about, the misleading of potential dates, what the size of your pecker really is.
About the same size as Donald Trump's itty bitty whittle pinky.
Not sharing any private messages or Skype calls, which, to my current knowledge, I have not done.
Me neither.
And each time I've been in Skype calls, I've given permission for the calls to be recorded, with a few minor exceptions. I'm not worried about you doxing me, because I don't really give a shit about that kind of thing. And I'm a puppet, so fuck you. And if you tell me my name and email, I won't care about that either, because I know my own damn name and email. Threats won't work, because I'll just shrug them off and treat you as if you were some little bratty child trying to get his way.
Oh, shit, he's dropping shade.
That's another thing. Your need for attention stems from either your let me try that again. Your need for attention stems either from an overloading or underwhelming amount of time spent with either your father or your mother. I'm sure you had a sloppy childhood with nothing major happening at critical points, which would cause you to buy some deep-seated trauma and force you to become an overly aggressive protein receptacle for horny mutated hocks of ham, ready to have you their way.
Ham fucking! You invented it! Your safe word is spiral sliced.
Sicko.
That's right. That's what Keemstar is.
But I've ranted enough about this. And to reiterate, the only reason I've unloaded this big ham-loving machinery on you is because this is in defense of my buds. Colossal is crazy and pyrocynical. That is the only reason. You want to take the rest of this?
Sure, Steve. In fact, boop. Oh, crap. That's pretty much the only reason, Keem. Outside of this blog script, I maintain that you are at some level a decent person. A dedicated father who'd punch a gator to death to save his kid, and maintain a great facade for the sake of your YouTube channel. This is in no way, actually, in many ways, it kind of is, an attack on your actual person, but rather the persona you adopt in the videos you post. And at the same time, hopefully this doesn't piss you off too much, you nasty ham lover you. Remember, your safe word is honey baked. Oh, snap!